Welcome to part 4 of the series, the service layer. The controllers never touch the database. They call interface methods. Then the interfaces will get resolved by the implementations in the dependency injection container. So we're going to build an interface and implementation for each and every functionality. So let's think in terms of the app that we have. So we are going to have our first implementation is going to be the IWorkTaskService. I'll go under the folder which is called services. Then I have interfaces. I'm going to add their new item. It will be called the IWorkTaskService. And once we have that, before we begin, I would like to thank today's sponsor, ZZZ Projects, creators of Entity Framework extensions, Dapper Plus, Back Operations, among others. If you use Entity Framework, you know how large data operations can affect performance. Entity Framework extensions solves that with powerful features like back insert, back update, back delete, and many more, fully compatible with EF Core 10. It is a great tool for building fast, data-driven .NET applications. You can check it out using the link in the description below. Thanks once again to ZZZ Projects for sponsoring the video. Now, let's get started. We will have some functionality within this, and we're going to go through it in a bit. So first of all, we want to have a list of all tasks by the user. So the contract says, give me all the tasks for this user. Then we want to get a task by ID. We want to get a task by ID, but those have to be active tasks. We want to get tasks that are overdue for that user. We want to get the active count for that user. We want to create a task. We want to update a task. And we also want to soft delete a task. I think we talked about when we said is deleted flag in our controller. In our model, which was, let me just open it. We had this guy here. We said this guy will be used for soft. So that's our first service to do with task. We also want to have another functionality that deals with execution. Remember, we also want to have a way that we can handle, we can control what task gets executed. So we have what we call the IExecutionControlService. And we'll have the first thing we want to know is, can they start a task? And then we can have a next recommended task, and we want to have the active task, get active task, count async. All right. So we have that for the execution service, but we have that iControl result. It's something that you might ask to say, what is it doing over there? So what that is going to give us is, it will give us more or less like a view model, which will now tell us to either proceed or not. So what I'll do is I'll copy this, I'll go to the view models, and I'll create a class called execution control. So I'll go there to the task, I'll have it over there. And what I want to have in that, the active count should be 3, and proceed is boolean, and the message, and what do you suggest for them. That is what it's going to be there. And I can bring in the view models over there. Then remember, we won't have a dashboard that just shows us these things. So we'll have an IDashboardService that just gives us things to show on the dashboard. Because when you log in, as per our account controller, it will take you to the index dashboard. So what we want to see when it's there. So what we want to have also in another view model. So I'm going to copy this, go to the view model, and I will add the dashboard view model. So I'll go there, create a class. Once I've done that class, then we are going to populate that with things that we are going to need. So what do we want to see on the view model? That's what's the question. Now the dashboard will have a lot of data, everything that we want the user to view. And I think when we logged our application, we saw that. So in our dashboard, we want to see a few things, or a lot of things. There'll be a list of what to focus on today. There'll be a list of tasks that are overdue. There'll be a list of those that are due soon. There'll be a list of those that have been completed, basically. Or there will be what we recommend you do next. There will be active count, completed, current strike, run strike. There will be a list of your recent batches, perhaps 3, and we'll see that. It will show you the list of your unread notifications, and then there will be also the execution status. Can you proceed or not? So whenever I log in as pay this, and if I go here, if I redirect to this, then I should be able to have all that information on that dashboard view. Very important. It looks simple here, but you see, at least we have a view model that now encompasses. What else do we want to have? We are going to have what we call accountability service. So this one is an execution service, control service, but want to have an accountability. This is where you have to be honest with. First of all, we want to see what is your completion. Your completion. We want to see your weekly report. We want to see your monthly report. We want to calculate how much are you completing. But remember, we are using view models to enable us so that we can have proper views. So what do we want to see on your weekly? So whatever we want to return on the weekly, we're going to create a view model for it so that we can control what is shown, so that it's even easier for us to make it reusable. So I'll create a class and a view model. I'll call that weekly report view model. And on your weekly report view model, we want to have the following. We want to see how many have been started, how many are completed, how many have you missed, what's your rate, what's your string, and what's your daily levels and your daily completion. So we want you to be accountable. That's what this accountability service is about. Again, we have the monthly report. We also want you to be accountable from a monthly perspective. So we'll proceed here and we'll create another view model that will now give us your monthly record. We also want to know. So it'll be something similar, but different from the range itself. This is a 4 week, this is for a whole month. We want to know your rate of completion. We want to know how many have you completed, started, your current longer streak, your labels, weekly started, weekly completed, and your labels. Which one are you dealing with? And we want to look at your priority count. That's to do with your accountability. Then we also want to have a service that emails you. Being something that wants to work on your productivity as an app, we also want to be able to email you. So we'll have 4 types of emails. We can send an email sync. Normally, this is the normal one, but we also want to send you daily summary. So today you've done this. We want to send you alerts to do with the deadline. We want to send you a weekly report. We also want to nudge you accountability. If there are issues, then we want to say, hey, yeah, watch this and watch that. Then we also want to notify you, right? So this interface is going to handle your notification. So we are going to get your unread notification that you see them. We're going to create a notification. We want to mark it as read so that it doesn't come back. And we can mark all of them as read so that you don't bother with what comes with that. The other crucial thing in our app, obviously, they are the badges. So you can have a badge. We want to get and check your award. We also want to get your badges straight. So a lot of implementation to be done. But what we'll do here is we're going to move these into their own within the interfaces so that we focus on each. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, and that goes there. So once you've done that, we have to implement these things. So we have to implement this. So we'll start with the work task service. So the work task service here, we want to implement all of this. So I'm going to copy just the work task minus the I. I'll go to implementations and I'm going to say add a new class. The class will be IWorkService and it has to implement from the IWorkService, and it will say, okay, if you want us to do that, then implement interface that. So those are the things we have to proceed to implement. We have create. So what does one need to create? You can create, but first of all, you have to have access to the database. And that's where the constructor dependency injection comes from. So you have to give us the constructor, and then we'll need to have the database implementation, right? So we can say, I'll just copy that and to say, first of all, have access to that. So we have the DB context, we have our constructor, and it returns the DB context. So for us to create, it's very simple. We'll just say, fine, get me the DB context and create. And we can make this async. All right. So all you do is to say db.add and async. For us to get the active count async, it's something also that's very simple to do. I'm going to use simple terms so that we understand the new features of C# 12. I'm going to remove this. All right. I'm going to put async here. All right. So what are we? Let's bring in anti-framework call there. So what are we bringing there might be your question. So we want to say await db.workTask count async and just get me whatever is equal to that ID and whatever is in progress. So you want to get the active count async. You see there it is complaining. You can give it the anti-framework call there and it will behave. And we want to get active tasks async. So for the active tasks async, what we need, just copy that and we can discuss that. For the active one, what you need to do is to say you want to await task where the ID is this and the status is that. So this one is getting you the count. So you see that there is count async there. This one is just giving you the list. It's a different step. We have get all by username. So get all by user async. I'm going to bring that in. So we discussed that as well. What we'll do here is simply say what task.where you have that user, order by descending in terms of priority, due date, sync. So get everything, just order them by that. Then we want to get by ID. That's pretty much straightforward. It's just what we use, what we call the first or default. We'll just say first or default where the ID is at. It gives us that. And you want to get those that are overdue. I'm going to do it like that. So overdue is just you just say on the work task filter by using the where you have ID. Due date is now. It has not been completed. It means that one is overdue. If would like to soft delete, and this is where I'll take some time, then you can say we're only changing that to be true. So find all of them. If it's not now, then t.is true and you're gonna wait. So let me just do this, and so that we are able to see the compiler moving. So we'll look for a task. If it's found, then just set it to that and you can save it. If you would like to update, then you can just say there you go, update the task list, and once you do update it, save it. So that's how we intend to play around with our IWorkService. Now we're going to proceed also to the other tasks. So I'm going to copy all of them so that we just walk through them because the concept is the same. If we do it brick by brick, it might take us forever to finish. And I just want us to understand what we are doing here so that you are able to follow through the code. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to bring all the other services. All right. So we have, we've done the work service. We'll go to the execution control service. And for us, we say we want to have a maximum of 3 tasks. You're going to bring in the work task because you don't need that. And you inject that task. And what you want to do in this is you want to get, can you start a task? So this will get the count of the active ones. If it's more than the 3 that's there, then it must tell you that you can proceed. It will tell you the number to say, no, number you have in progress, please finish one before the other. And you see it as we go. We have get next recommendation. So we're going to say, get us the tasks that are active, order by descending, and then which one are in terms of priority, then by due date. So that one is the one we think is close, and we are asking you to say, can you please start that? To get the active count sync, we're just going to go to the service and get the active count sync, which we have over there. That's to do with the execution control service. We've seen that. I'll push it into another